All right. The chair's a little low. I'm going to fix that. Much better, but you're too far away. Now that you're closer and we can talk, you and me, we need to talk a little bit about 2023. Yeah, it's a great year. We produced all of 2 videos. Building things and finishing them require time and attention and money. And if there's a theme in 2023 that emerged, that was those things were in short supply, especially the time component. You see, my wife went back to school for becoming a nurse. Now that that's done, I'm hoping 2024 will have more than 2 videos. I did do a lot of projects this year, and I filmed a whole bunch of them, or I started to, but I didn't finish. There's good reason for that. For example, I built a lamp for my kids' school auction, and so I just wanted to get it done and not be distracted by trying to film and tell a story and do all the editing and narration and, keeping to a deadline on making a video that may or may not get any views. So there was that. It turned out great. I mean, it was one of those projects I'm really proud of, but it definitely was not fodder for video. I also built a gigantic 4x8 barn door for our master bathroom. You have to understand that when this house was built in 2004, there was this trend happening at the time for bathrooms that kind of flowed into the master bedroom. And obviously that doesn't allow for a lot of privacy and has its other problems. So we decided that we needed a door, and the easiest way to do that was to take the giant 4x8 opening and pair it with a giant 4x8 barn door. I was intent on matching the approach building that door with the materials that I had and the tools that I had, so I built it with CDX grade sheathing plywood, which is pretty much the lowest grade of plywood that you can buy. So most of the time on this project wasn't spent assembling it. It was preparing that plywood. And I'm going to probably at some point share some of that process in the future on how I went about doing that and the pitfalls and shortcomings and why you probably don't want to do that. At the end of the day, the project turned out really nice. I'm super happy with it. I don't think I would have changed anything, except maybe the budget, the time. That's a rabbit hole that's not worth going down. I also did some smaller projects that didn't take 5 months to complete. Yeah. One was an Advent calendar. We're Christians and we celebrate Christmas and Advent and all that. So it was only appropriate that we had a proper Advent calendar, which I came to understand. Most Advent calendars feature 25 days. You start the first day of December and open up a door or a thing each day until you get to Christmas on the 25th. However, it turns out that Advent is actually 24 days, the days leading up to Christmas, the 25th. So we made it with 24 little satchels that hold chocolates for the kids, and they absolutely loved it. It was so much fun to make and a super easy project. This took me literally an hour and a half over a couple of days. More recently, while I've been on a little bit of a vacation from work, as I like to do at the end of the year every year, I took the opportunity to build my daughter a TV console that mounts to the wall and goes right under her TV. And this has been fantastic for getting all of her video game system stuff and power cords and power strips and everything up off the floor and into a nice tidy little space of their own. Really like how this project turned out. And I learned a ton. It's actually my first time using Baltic birch, like good Baltic birch that I got at Rockler. And I see now why woodworkers prefer to use this material over using sheathing plywood. So in 2024, I don't expect the Fascinating Bit to have any new content that is terribly different than what we've done in the past. It's a year of let's see what happens. This workshop is all about fun and learning. And admittedly, that's a pretty privileged place to be, I realize. I haven't funded this shop from YouTube or any sort of sponsorship deals or anything else for that matter. I've paid for this out of my own pocket. And what little I have charged for in the, 10 years I've been doing woodworking, doesn't add up to much of anything. I could use that money that I've earned in woodworking and probably buy a brand new table saw and that would be it. So make sure you hit the subscribe button and ideally the notification bell so that the next time I post something that might be of interest to you or just happens to be something you might want to share with people because, hey, I met that guy at a cocktail party and here's his YouTube channel. You'll know when that happens. Have a safe and happy 2024, and we'll see you in the next one. Stay fascinated with what's possible.